so much easier when I stand up. Guys, bear with me. I'm fighting food poisoning from the ranch. How I got it, I have no idea. I do know that I was elbow deep in blood and everything else. 5 weeks. 5 weeks. A lot of you guys think, and it's funny because I get guys asking me, how can I be a guide there? A lot of you guys think this guidance shit is easy, and if you ever, you know where I'm coming from, if you guys have guided before, it's 3 to 4 hours a night. 4-day groups, 3 to 4 day groups come in, and you actually wake up at 4:30 in the morning. You leave the camp house at 5:30. Sun starts coming up around, actually starts getting light around 6:15 here. And they got to be in the blinds and ready because we have, big bucks that come around, but they don't go to the feeders. They usually hang around the does on the outside of the feeder. So it's not like we shoot animals underneath the feeder here. We don't. So, and then if they shoot something, we have to get it back and field dress it, gut it, I guess, skin it, and put it in a cooler. Hang it in a cooler. We don't have racks that we run them on to hang them in a cooler. We pick them up. I'm sharing right now, guys, if you know what I'm doing. I know you guys can see me, but I can't see you. Then I pick them up roughly around 9:30. From 9:30 to 11, we drive around hunting on side-by-sides on 21,000 acres. Get back in, eat brunch at 11, from 11 to 12:15. We go back out again until 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then go to the blinds at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. At this time, we go back and start deboning and packaging all the meat, because most of our clients are from out of state. You can't take bones across state lines. Then if they shoot a trophy, you got to cape it out, take the brains out, because no brain matter can go over the state lines. So yeah, you do that, and then if you have like a day and a half off, and then the next group are picked up, and you start all over again. And then the worst part is they get in these big buck contests, and they take their time when they're shooting and everything. They shoot as last minute, last day, and you rush to get it because the train is leaving. I call it the train, but it's the trailer. You got to ice it down, pack it in the trailer. Guys, it's like nonstop. What did I don't want to do circuit talk. Okay. I don't want to, oh no, I didn't want to do that. I didn't. So I'm done. Just to let you go. I got done 2 days ago. But now I'm got food poisoning. And I don't know where that came from. Nobody else got it. I don't eat a lot of what they eat, so I kind of watch what I eat when I'm there. I don't eat a lot of carbs. Not doing legends. I don't consume a lot of carbs. No breads. I try to stay away from a lot of that stuff. So I might have ate something that just didn't agree with me. I'm going to call it food poisoning because it's kicking my butt. What's funny is I share to these groups, and the group manager will message me and go, "You've been trying to share with us for a long time, and we don't take reps." People repping their product. I said, and I try to tell them I'm more than that. I talk about health, nutrition, working out, women's softball. I said, it's just not plugging a product. It's just talking about rules, which we're going to get into here in a minute. I don't want to do that one because it's not. I need to get rid of a few of these because they're actually affiliated with. Dang, I know I got a lot more, but shit, man. But you got to do this. Spread the movement. Let everybody know about the movement. I want to talk about some things too in here. I'm going to have a couple of people on at the end, but I want to talk about some things about, if you guys remember, my website is still up, but if you guys remember on that website, I actually had something on that website that was about formulas. And on the top of that page on my website, it talked about, it's all a formula. It's not what fits your swing. That was in 2011. Started doing videos in 2009, maybe 2010. Started doing reviews about that time too, 2009. And they sucked. I will say that. Cage. I got this today. Cage sent it to me. Cage, you see that number on the back? That's my wife's number. I only wear it when I don't have my number, which is 10. But I love the shirt. It's freaking awesome. What's up, Clem? Clem, we're gonna try to hit on Friday. We got some stuff we need to talk about later. I'm gonna tell you why we're gonna hit on Friday. Outside, we might move the time a little bit later. I did not tell you 11. And again, see, now you got me a squirrel moment. I know what I was talking about. There are some things I'm going to talk about. And at the beginning, like on my website, it had, it's a formula. It's everything's a formula when it comes to bats. A lot of you guys, you know, there's somebody out there that said because I do read a lot of social media stuff, and a few guys out there were talking about, don't think about it too much, don't get wrapped around. I've heard the pro guys actually talk about that. Don't get too involved. It's just softball, and it's just we don't really think that like that. We think there is a lot more come to choosing a bat than just than what feels good in your hands. And we don't preach that. We don't preach, when it comes to our tents, we don't say, well, just pick up a bat. It feels good. Then it's your bat. Just go ahead and buy it. And that's bullshit. I never walked into a gym and picked up a weight just because the weight felt good. I started, hitting the weights, and a lot of weights I pick up don't feel good in my hands. So, I think the same thing, the same concept, not really all the same, but the same you think about when you're choosing a bat. And I'm going to talk about things here in a minute but I'm not going to talk too much. That's another thing too, man. And me and Jeff talked about that today. There is some rule changes out there that we can talk about and basically set what we think about the rule, if it is a good rule, if it's a bad rule, but not really try to change anything. And there was some about this new rule that was talked about, about the new bat rule that's out there about bat warmers. And there's a big conversation on the Facebook the other day about it. And me and Jeff talked about it today. And I want to give our 2 cents in about that. Patty Albright, I'm going to call her out here in a minute. And because she actually was arguing with a few people out there, and I couldn't jump on because I was at the ranch and I got limited service out there, and I didn't want to stop a minute, you know, talking about what Patty was talking to everybody about. And, just going to give you guys our opinion, and that's what we do. When you have a podcast, basically, that's what it is. It's basically just an opinion of ours. I do talk to Jeff about it, make sure that we're on the same page, because I just don't want it to be all about me, because I came from Senior Softball Bat Reviews for 15 years. How you doing, Matt? And and I think Matt had said something about that rule change, that he will never put that rule change in any of his tournaments, and I think that's a good thing. I don't think Matt wants to restrict players from playing. I think what he has is a good thing going there. And I think his brain, I think, is a little more in tune with the senior softball players. I'm dehydrated. So, kind of talk on that a little bit, and maybe, I don't know, just get you guys thinking. Basically what we're going to do here is just basically, we're not here to change your mind. We're just giving you a different perspective on Murray. Just a different perspective on our opinion on what we think, you know. And basically, with Short Porch pushing the envelope, and it's so funny. I mean, I'll go into what I want to. There's so much that I want to say, but I can't say it because that I am. It's different than when I was with Senior Softball Bat Reviews. I could speak my mind with Senior Softball Bat Reviews until everybody fuck off, or doesn't matter, because but now I'm more restricted a little bit. But what I do is, on that membership channel on my YouTube channel, I put a video up, and it was actually, you couldn't hear it, but it was a rant for about an hour and 20 minutes of integrity of guys out there, integrity of people, integrity of companies out there. You know, it's all not what you see when you have somebody out there talking about. I mean, even with me, it's not, you know, just because I'm up here and I have a podcast, and there's different things that go on, you know, with me and my family that a lot of you guys don't know about, because I don't put that out on YouTube, or I don't put that on, I'm going to get to that, Sam. I've got a list of stuff I need to talk about, and that's one of them. It's just, you know, I've got to watch what I say, but on that membership channel that I have on YouTube, I go off. I kind of talk about some things, but I don't call out people. I actually just tell you guys my opinion on going on 16 years of doing this, 15 years of Senior Softball Bat Reviews, and about 6 months of 5 months of Short Porch. And that, guys, on that YouTube channel, I'm actually higher on subscribers on the YouTube channel than I was with Senior Softball Bat Reviews, and the name of the channel is Short Porch. Let's see, now I can't even remember the Cutting Edge, Short Porch Cutting Edge. Go up there and subscribe. About 40%, I think 50% of you guys that watch that Short Porch Cutting Edge are not subscribers, and I'm going to try to have a way where I just turn it into, if you subscribe to that channel, you can watch that channel, because people are just getting on there and just not actually subscribing. It actually benefits me, not money wise, because I actually turned off the advertising, so you can watch an hour video without any kind of interruptions. So, but it just helps with people see it, and it's got over, you know, 8,500 subscribers, that they might want to look at that, and just spreading knowledge about health, nutrition, and just things like that. Facebook again too, guys. I'm on Facebook. I've got, you know, it's going to be 60 people, and I'm into this for like about 10 minutes, about 15 minutes now. I've got 60 people watching right now. So we are growing and getting bigger. That's actually pretty damn good. I'm bigger now than I was with Senior Softball Bat Reviews when it comes to Facebook. And that impressed the shit out of me, because a lot of you guys want to learn A lot of you guys want to know about health nutrition. A lot of you guys want to know about weight distribution or barrel flex or handle flex and what better fits your bat speed, basically your height, you know, your leverage, your arm length. So, you know, when it comes to TRT, testosterone replacement therapy, you guys want to know peptides when it comes to BPC 157. You know, MK677 is a secretagogue for human growth hormone. You know, fasting, what fasting does to the body. So a lot of you guys are interested not only about short porch, but about how to better take care of yourself as you get older. I'm going to experiment with I don't know if you call it a drug, but it's an anti-inflammation, and it's a little controversial. And I'll talk about it in a minute. It's RSO. It's an oil from a marijuana plant. And it doesn't get you high, but it's supposed to be, it has CBD in it, and it has, but at a higher grade of a CBD in it, and it's supposed to be good for your body. I'm talking about inflammation in your body, because as we get older, everybody over the age of 50, shit, I would even say 40s with my age. When I was just turned 41, I retired because I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't hit the gym anymore. My body hurt, my ankles hurt, my back hurt, and it's just, you know, after getting back from 5 weeks of, you know, out on a ranch, my whole body hurt. I slept for a long time when I got back, and my body just hurt. I couldn't hardly walk. So this is something I'm going to do. I'm going to work on it. I won't talk about it. It's almost like a review on this new stuff that's out there. And I've contacted the guy who talked to me about it. He actually was hunting last weekend, and I was going to talk, talk about that and what it will do for me, because I have somebody that already took it and they loved it. They, you know, body soreness whenever they would, what's up, Patty? Whenever they were out there, and just the whole experimental thing. There's in the next couple of days on that, you know, Facebook, guys, on Facebook, Short Porch is now private. And the reason, Patty was just on there, the reason, because Patty has found some people from overseas that actually were trying to sell t-shirts, and I don't want that to be what it's about. The buy, sell, and trade has been private. I just turned the Short Porch page private, and you have to answer the questions. Somebody just tried to get in today and didn't answer the question, didn't think they had to, and you get denied. I denied them from getting in, and it could be all good, but you got to answer the questions. It's not that hard to answer a few questions. And that's just to keep all the robots out, I guess, all the people from getting in there trying to scam everybody from bats. And that's another thing too, guys. Watch out. It's worse now than I think I have ever seen it, you know. Definitely, Rachel. It's worse now than I've ever seen it, where people are scamming other people. People are selling shaved bats, and you don't know what you're buying when you get them. And there is a group of people on there that's how they make their money, that's how they make their slush fund. And I don't have nothing against that, about them making money, because I did that, you know, back when I was doing senior softball bat reviews, that I would sell all the leftover bats, you know, usually on, on eBay, but I would sell them on that channel too. So it's a way that I made side money to buy more bats, because I wasn't getting paid with senior softball bat reviews. But you got to watch, guys. Just stay cautious, especially during the holiday seasons. Stay cautious on buying things. I'm gonna. And if you guys want to join that membership channel that's on there, on that YouTube channel, it's $5 a month. I've got a video coming. I want to try to put out a video a week, or do Facebook Live, or do YouTube Live once a week on that channel. You guys can ask me questions. I've got 66, I think, people that have joined it. And I'm going to talk about a long video about integrity with people. About the integrity and what to watch out for the one thing I don't like and I never have liked is that people that get on social media are even athletes, you know, but you don't know who an athlete is, and you admire these people, and then they turn out to be real assholes behind the scenes. And I kind of know a few of them in the last 15 years I've been doing this, and I've witnessed, because I've been around a lot, to all these tournaments, and I played against a lot of these guys in the past. So I can tell you some stories, guys, that would make you go, holy shit, you know, and I bought a bat from that guy, or holy shit, you know, that. And I'll talk about the good ones too. And I'm not talking about everybody. There's just some out there that are total jackasses. And I talk about that on that membership channel about integrity. I don't call out any names though. I'm just telling you what I have witnessed. The two-faced people out there that would say shit to your face and behind your back talk shit. And it's happened to me a lot of times in 15 years. And my minions get word of it, and they'll send me the text message, or they'll send me the email from it, you know, and that kind of like, and I don't ask them, or because I don't give a shit. I don't ask them about it. I'm just concerned when you guys, you know, hear these people talk, they're not who they say they are. And I'm not saying all of them too, guys. I'm saying there's some out there that'll just, you know, you think is the nicest. Oh, he's the nicest guy out there. I remember I was at the camp about 3 weeks ago, and somebody was talking about a professional basketball player that he is just so nice, and he's not. And I'm looking at him like, oh my God, that guy's the biggest asshole you ever want to meet, you know. And he's on commercials right now about he's the best. He's all nice. He's nice to people, and I'm like, dude, y'all see that guy behind the scenes? He's a total jackass to everybody. I've seen a lot of performers. I've worked backstage security for a lot of performers in San Antonio. Stone City Attractions was one of them. Lone Star Attractions was the other one. And we worked backstage security for them. And I got to see those guys in person and see how bad they were. I mean, I have experience with that. So I just don't, when you see somebody, don't, you know, and that's the worst part about, and I talked to Jeff about this a little bit today, was about, you know, we're getting a lot of requests from people wanting to be factory hitters. And we have to turn them down because we don't know these people. We're so, right now, you know, at the end of 2024, going into 2025 for next year, we're so cautious right now about, because of what happened in the past, we're so cautious right now about the integrity of a lot of these people that want to be a hitter. And we're not saying they're assholes. We're not saying all of them are. It's just so hard because we don't know them. You know, we don't know what they've done in the past. We don't know what they did 6 months ago. You have to really be vetted by Short Porch to even get your foot in the door. You know, a lot of the people that I name factory hitters are people that I know. They're people that I know that have been a great representative for Short Porch and for senior softball. He's an ambassador, is what they called him years ago. A great ambassador for the sport. Doesn't get in any trouble. Don't get any fights. Don't get any thrown out by umpires. Don't get kicked out of tournaments for a year or two. There's a lot of them out there. A few of a few of the guys out there have names on bat have been kicked out of tournaments and banned for a year, you know. I've seen guys that have names on bats that have went off and threatened a lot of shit, you know, here recently in Vegas against us. You know, Chino get in here and he'll actually be Chino was the one who confronted him about what he had said. Has his name on the bat. I think when you have your name on a bat, you represent the company. And if you don't represent that company well, then you need to go. You know, I think that when you have your name on a bat, you have to carry yourself in a way. And I'll talk about that in a minute, Chad. I think when you have your name on a bat, you have to carry yourself in a way where you're an ambassador. That you're not very opinionated, but because you want to help everybody out, you know. And I think we're missing that. I think the way Short Porch is going with a lot of their people right now, it's a great group of people, La Familia family. They have each other's back. And if you notice, guys, the way they're moving is everybody's involved. It's not no longer the pro hitters, like they say, the 6'5", you know, and the 6'5" too. And the reason I know this, I'm going to talk about it in a minute, but the reason I like this, I'll talk about it in a minute, is they don't have the 6'5" musclehead guys that just, you know, and best bat I ever swung. And, you know, they talk about the technology. Our guys talk about the technology that, they talk about the technology that is in the bat. Now, the reason that when I was so successful with Senior Softball Bat Reviews, God, I had a variety. You know, I have the fast bat speed guys. I had the medium high, the medium low, and then the low bat speed guys. I had them all. Well, Short Porch has that in Signature Series guys right now. And I think no other company has ever done that, you know. I think that's great because it's just not appealing to the major plus guys, you know, which they don't need a bat anyway. Everything's supplied to them. But the major guys, you know, because of that fast bat speed, and then the AAA, you know, because we have that medium to medium high for the AAA, and then you got your AA, or your ladies out there, or your higher age guys that can understand when one of our guys and believe him when he's talking about what better bat fits his swing at the same bat speed that you have. So I think that is great information for a lot of people out there. And I kind of going off a rant here, and I don't want to do that because I don't know how long I'm going to last. I'm done with hunting. Hunting was great. A lot of big animals. Huge, huge animals. Had a good year. To get animals like that, you got to have a good year. You got at the beginning of the year, you got to have good rain. You got to supplement really good, but rain is the key to having big horns at the end of the year. So hunting was good. Turkey hunting comes in April. I don't know how much of that I'm going to do, but I will get out there and do that. Oh, there's something in here I wanted to say about that too. Guys, it's to have somebody want to be a bat factory hitter. You've got to be vetted, and it takes a long time to be vetted when it comes to us, because we just, you know, don't let you know, the person that you are. We don't want to get somebody in here that's a total jackass or an asshole or arrogant person, you know. Guys got to have the mind of a teacher, basically. I talked about that in the past. Guys, another thing too, man, all my friends out there that know me and know me for a while, I don't sell bats. I have a few of my friends that are contacting me and asking me to order them 2 of the whiteouts, you know, and just tell me what I need to pay. I don't do that. That would be, you'd have to get on Short Porch website and order your bats through there. There's a lot of discount codes out there. I think Fat Guy BP has one that you can use, one of his discount codes, Adam Fowler. He has one, but guys, I get this question, especially after the Kevlar kind of hit. I got a lot of people asking me about getting them bats. I don't have time to do that, for one. There's just so much in this next, because Jeff is cracking the whip on a lot of the new stuff that's coming out within the next couple of months that I'll talk about that later on too, because I want to get somebody on here with the new stuff, something that just came in, not only the white wig popper, but something else came in today to him. And we're going to talk about that later on, that a lot of you guys don't know that came in. The DDT, we'll talk about that, because we're going to talk about basically what's coming up. That's later on, what's coming up next. Shaved bats, let me get to that, man. I have not heard word on the big rep guy, the big signature guy that got popped. I know who it is. I'm not going to say who it is. A lot of you guys have messaged me behind the scene and told me who it was, and they're 100% correct, and I did not tell them. So the word is out, and a lot of people know about it, and I think that's a good thing, because it keeps them from covering it up. If a lot of people know about it, it will keep them from covering up. And I'm not saying, I've probably got 5 text messages. Somebody had called out the name of the company that got popped, and he is right. A couple other people called the name out that got popped, and they are right. And so that means that what I think's happening right now, okay, and a lot of you guys are going to agree with me on this. What I think's happening right now is the process is going on, because you just can't accuse somebody or say, you know, you can have where, okay, this thing was shaped. Then it's got to go through the appeal process, because they are entitled to that. We do live in America, right? And then it goes through, they've got to explain where they got it from, or even have Matt said something on there that I'll talk to him privately later. But anyway, they've got to go through the appeal process, and I understand all that. So that's the reason I'm not saying anything. Right now, Alan, King, the Blackout, it all depends on your bat speed. Like you said, that's a very vague, like the Blackout is the hottest thing going right now. It all depends on bat speed. Lower bat speed, hell yes. The Blackout is the hottest bat I've ever swung. Higher bat speeds, won't like it because it's going to crack it, right? So within 50 swings. Clem cracked it 50. Trey cracked it in 50. I've got 210 swings on mine. It's in my bag, and I'm not taking it out. Only next year. Oh, man. Whiteout's good too. That's a damn good bat. But shaving, but here's the deal, guys, and a lot of you guys will talk about, I don't want to hear on here again, why do you shave a bat? I don't understand. Senior bats are so hot anyway. It's the integrity of people is why they shave their bats, guys. Has everything to do with their integrity, their morals. They don't give a shit. They don't give a shit what you think. All they care about is hitting that 400-foot bomb, and everybody in the stands going, whoo, ah. All they care about is winning that MVP or getting that incentive money on a lot of these conference players out there. That's all they care about. They don't give a shit about you. They can't not. He's a cheater. Everybody that does it is a cheater, you know. And their integrity. That's how come on that membership channel I'll talk about this, about the integrity of fucking people out there. You know, it's got, and I told this in a, that's how come on YouTube, I've opened up all of my old reviews. I'm going to open up all my podcasts, because I do talk about a lot of shit in there that a lot of people are taking right now and using my words and saying that I came up with this 5 years ago. Bullshit, you didn't. I came with that shit 10 years ago. So I had to open everything up. For one, the bats that I reviewed a long time ago aren't there anymore. So if you guys see a bat somewhere, you can go in there and look at my review on it and see if it's a good or a shitty bat. So definitely, I opened them all back up, guys. It was like 150, 175, might have been more than that, reviews that I've opened up in the last 5-6 days. And the reason I did, because I want everybody to hear what I've been talking about for 15 years. So the shaving shit, you know, and I said this a long time ago, it's going to get worse, and it has gotten worse. But all that said, you know, I'm getting long into this. All that said, guys, at least they're doing something. At least they caught somebody, and hopefully they'll come up with that name, and they'll say all of the names of the people that got caught, and then, you know, hear their side of the story, you know, if they want to get up there and talk about it. But they were caught. Guys, every bat that I go to a big tournament is my personal bat. I do not borrow bats from people. You know, I do not, unless it's Clem, Trey, or Murray, I'll borrow one of his. He actually lent me one of his bats. I'll borrow bats from them. Billy Blake, Bubba Blake, all my group of guys, I will borrow bats from them. But outside that group, no. Fuck no, I will not borrow anybody. I will not buy a bat from the buy, sell, and trade unless I know a few people. I'll buy bats from Patty. Used to buy bats from Patty. Yeah, because I know her integrity. That's how I say you got to know people's integrity. You know, are they trustworthy? Will they not lie? Were they going to lie to you? You know, because fucking everybody lies out there. You know, you just need to find the one that lies to you the least. I told my kids about that when they're picking a spouse. But this shaving thing, I really do hope they call him out. You know, if they don't, it's why even test them if you're going to pick and choose on who you're going to call out. You know, are they a big sponsor? And I'm not saying they are. Listen to my words. I'm not saying they are. If they're a big sponsor to the organization that's putting them on, you know, are they going to hold back on it? Because I guarantee you something, if somebody comes up to Jeff Kessler or Leslie and say, we caught this bat and this is what it is, and Jeff would fire his ass, get rid of his ass in a freaking heartbeat. Because that's how bad, Jeff's like me, and Jeff and Leslie are like me. The whole Short Porch organization is like me. That's why I'm here. Because their integrity, you know, they hate the shit. We're actually producing bats where it's hard to shave them. That's how much they hate it. You know, don't ask me how, because I'm not going to tell you. I'm tired. I'm not giving up information to a lot of these people out there when they're going to take that information and use it like it's theirs. I'm done doing that. So definitely, if they don't call them out, it's a sham. You know, they're just putting it up there to pencil whip it, you know. So I hope the people that got caught shaving, but at least they're getting caught, guys. That's another thing, too. At least they're getting caught. New bat rule. Let me get into that, man, because I think this is going to take a while. This might be a little long podcast tonight. I'm at 85 people right now. There is a new, I'm getting stomach ache. There is a new bat rule out there. You can no longer, and from what I was heard, this wasn't on the board. Nobody on the board voted for this. It was just, I hope they won't, Patty. Patty Stickle, this is about you right here. Okay, I want to clear something up. About Patty. Patty's smart. She got an argument the other day, or somebody attacked her the other day about, I didn't say it, attacked her. I think, had a debate. Let's put it that way. They already did. They shipped them out yesterday. The replacements, those will be shipped out yesterday and today. They came in, I think, already. So yesterday, the beginning of the week is when those were shipped out. All right, let me talk about this. They have banned and said it's altering a bat if you use a bat warmer. And then a lot of people out there were talking about the bat. Okay, but all you guys want to do is all you bat manufacturers out there want to do is the bat, if you don't do it, the bat cracks faster. And then it's more replacement bats because bats are non-warranted when it comes to senior bats. So they thought it was like a conspiracy theory or something. And I understand. I actually was listening to you guys. And I'm like, well, I can see them going in that direction where a lot of the bat manufacturers voted against it and doesn't think it should apply, like a bat warmer, because a bat warmer is supposed to soften up a barrel and not make it so brittle. Well, you're half right on that. Well, a bat warmer does actually soften up a barrel. But if you have high bat speed, a bat warmer does nothing for you because the barrel will implode. I'm not talking about Short Porch. I'm talking about all the other. I'm not excluding any of them. I'm talking about all of them. It's an absolute there. I'm talking about all the other companies, not talking about Short Porch. Short Porch with the Kevlar is different, right? I'm talking about what I got, the experience that I got in 15 years. I've been doing this with a lot of other bat companies out there is if a barrel is a little cool and the ball is cold, it will crack that bat. Listen to me, guys. It has more to do with the ball than it does the bat. Patty said this, and then people were jumping all over her, because it looked like she was trying to defend her company and about the bats. And it's really not just, here guys, not just a little bit. The ball has a lot to do with a barrel cracking than the bat does, being of a cold bat. But on all the other guys' defense, if you got both of them the same, the bat will crack sooner. If you warm that barrel up with a bat warmer, it will last a little bit longer, but it will still crack because of the ball. It's the ball. Guys, you don't know how much a cold ball raises in compression. It raises a lot in compression. 44, 375 compression ball, cold. That ball gets up there, guys. That ball gets up there. So it has a lot to do. You know, you take a bat warmer and you put a bat warmer on a bat that is fragile or actually has some flex in it. You would do it you would do it to the bats that have softer barrels. I think a lot of the older senior guys do it a lot because I've seen them. So you have a lot of the older guys with that softer barrel doing it. Not so much of the faster bat speed guys or the higher bat speed. I don't think they do it as much because you have that barrel that actually is really hard. See, I don't know about that. I think if you got caught doing that, you can actually beat that because they do talk about bat warmers, and that's not a bat warmer if you have them in the dugout. But guys, just think, and here's the deal. When I talked about this in Vegas, guys were taking their bats out and taking them out of the dugout, and they were setting them on the blocks at Big League Dreams. Well, if you have a fast bat speed, that's not what you need to do because that bat's going to implode on you. I'm not talking about Short Porch. I'm talking about all the other bat manufacturers out there. The barrel softens up too much. Short Porch Kevlar does not. Okay, do it too much. It still has performance at that lower. A lot of the other bat companies don't have that performance at that lower compression. So, Patty was right, 100%. It's more to do with the ball than it does the bats being warmed up on the breakage. Now, that clarified what she was talking about. She was right. But why do you... The problem that I have with it is the same problem I had with the 140 compression. 140 compression on bats outside of Short Porch was a disadvantage to older seniors. All of you higher bat speed guys will not touch a 140, 150 bat, 160 bat, 170 bat compression testing. They actually lose performance on those higher bat speed guys with those bats, so they wouldn't have them in their bag, so they're not going to get caught. A lot of guys with diminishing bat speed like those lower compression numbers. So what it did was it put those lower bat speed guys at a disadvantage when they go to tournaments. So that was my biggest bitch about that. So what happens with that 140 compression? That was my biggest bitch about the 140 compression. Well, now you got bat warmers. So now you're putting a lot of seniors out there to disadvantage because at a, and it's not the carbon, it's the rosin that actually is what they're trying to affect, the heating up of the rosin to get a better flex. But you lower bat speed guys benefit better from heating up a bat either on the rocks or doing a bat warmer. So they're at a disadvantage now because they hit that rule. They put that rule in there. So a lot of your older seniors maybe won't go to a SSUSA tournament because they're going to be put at a disadvantage, whenever they're out there to play. But it's just, it's so, that's why I talk about formulas. It's just so, I would love to sit on that board and listen to a lot of these people talk and maybe get my 2 cents in, because the people that are on that board, I saw a couple of them from other bat companies, and I would love to talk to them, or debate them, one-on-one. I mean, I've always said I'll debate anybody out there on a podcast. I'll debate anybody out there. Me and Jeff and Leslie will get out there and debate you and talk about it because we're on that same page too. But on that bat, it has tremendous amount to do with the ball, not so much cracking the bat with that. Does it help? Yes. The bat warmers do help. to the severity of a ball. Not even close to the severity of a ball. It does loosen up that barrel, but if you have a hard ball that hits that barrel when it's cold, because, you know, in a perfect world, you would heat the ball up too, you know, 80 degrees or something like that, and throw them both out there. But, you know, if you want to do that, but it's going to come to a point where all these rules are going to be put out there, and you're going to lose people in tournaments because they don't want to hit their bats that they pay good money for in these Winter Worlds tournaments. Like, I ain't going to go. I can't use a bat warmer. I'm not going to go out there and crack my bat and kiss my ass, you know. And a lot of people still believe in that conspiracy theorist that they were talking about the other day, where all these other, oh, yes, let's go ahead and do that because that means more bats, more bats. You know, that's how they say about the bat shaving. Well, let's let them shave bats. You know, let's not do anything about it. Let's not do anything to keep it from happening, because guess what? They buy bats from us. They crack them. They come up and buy new ones. I've heard that one too, and a little bit of that is true, guys. I mean, I actually believe a little bit of that is true, where bat manufacturers won't put their foot down or won't try to change things like we are doing, where it's make it harder to actually shave our bats. You know, and they're like, they don't give a shit. They don't give a shit. You shave your bat, they don't care. You just gonna buy another one when you crack it. Sales goes up. It's all about jack money with a lot of these other people. So it's a rule that they put in there, and I know rules. They got them all out there, and it's making it not fun anymore. Skyhawks were probably some of the best balls ever made. Steel Skyhawks. Sam was talking about badass ball. Slower swing bat speed guys should swing what kind of bat? Short porch bat. You know I was going to say that. We're coming out next year, guys, with the medium, soft, and hard barrel bats again. Kevlar. So wait on those. They're going to come out. Spring, I think. That's another thing, too, I want to throw in there. They're going to come out in spring. Dang. And I'm like way talking too much here. But just to let, I kind of, Patty was getting slammed by a bunch of people the other day because she does belong to, and I do too, but it has a lot to do with the ball. You know, does the bat warmer help a lot of the slower speed guys? Yes, it does. It does, but to the severity of a ball being cold, no, it doesn't. And a lot of you fast bat speed guys will put a bat warmer on there, and you'll get that barrel where it's soft and hit a hard ball. It's going to implode that and crack the shit out of it within 2 swings, 3 swings. So it's the ball, 100%. You know, and what are you doing here? I mean, I know it's protecting a lot of the 65, 70, 75, 80-year-old guys to have them not have that soft barrel on that hard ball, because usually if you got to put a bat warmer on a barrel, then it's going to be cold outside. So the ball's going to be hard. Definitely. But you know why, Matt? Is because people are tired of the bullshit. People are tired of being lied to. And we talk about everything, you know, not just talk about bat shaving. We are part of a company, Short Porch, that wants to fix, or is pushing the envelope and wants to fix a lot of things, and are out here for the people, not necessarily the high bat speed guys, you know, but there is them out there, and basically put a bat in everybody's, depending on height, weight, you know, swing speed. And I think people are the movement. That's the movement, guys. You know, preaching this for a long time. Short Porch is preaching this for a long time, and I think that has, and the integrity. That's the biggest thing. You know, we don't have jokers or, you know, I don't want to see how far I can take that, but we don't have jackasses that actually are representing for Short Porch. We have great reps out there that will talk to you anywhere and just talk to you about the product, you know, and talk about bat speed, talk about handle flex, you know. So that's why it's this right now. That's why you see 10,000 people watching in 12 hours. watching this channel. Guys, I have the numbers. I'll put them up there. 10,000 people in 12 hours, depending on which one you're going to watch. We had a bat launch last week, 10,000 people in 12 hours. Ain't nobody doing that, you know, and it's the movement, guys. And a lot of people, you know, when we came out with Kevlar, oh, you can't use Kevlar. It's just so, it's just not, you can't, it's just, you can't, all this fucking excuses about Kevlar, but we're doing it. They tried that 15 years ago. You don't think shit has changed since then? We don't do it like they did it 15 years ago. But then again, you don't even know the knowledge and you start trashing us. And look what happened to you now. What's happened to you now? Get up there and talk about it some more. I can say so much about other shit, but I don't want to get in on that freaking rant that I get in on and start calling people out, and which I wouldn't by name, but there's just so much shit that it's just so much shit that I know that there are some things I want to go on here and that I want to talk about before I bring a couple of people on here in a minute. But there's some things that I want to talk about. And I want to try to, I'm going to do a whole video on this, and I don't want to talk about it now. I don't want to talk about it now because I need to quit reading people going back and forth. You can have, and I'm just going to say this little teaser because it's going to go into a video. You can have two different bats companies, and that have the same compression on that bat, and they will perform differently. Okay? You can have two bats from different bat companies, and they can have the same compression and different velo numbers. Yes, that's true. That's how come I said a long time ago, it's a formula. It's a formula, guys, when it comes to choosing a bat. It's a formula. You can have two bats that have same compression, different velo numbers, and perform differently in other people's hands, depending on bat speed. Now, I will go into a lengthy video, at least an hour long, on each one of those, and actually talk about them. But this is a big discussion that was on Facebook that I wanted to address about somebody saying that, listen to this too. I will go into this. I just want to tell those people right now that are listening to me. You should never buy a bat that doesn't fit your bat speed and slow your swing down. Now, we're the only company out there that makes these bats for slow, medium, and hard. We have guys that represent our brand that have slow, medium, and hard. And that's what we're talking about, the movement, guys. When we first started talking about this, somebody jumped on there and said, that he had to swing, once he got used to slowing his bat speed down, and you guys can hear me in videos talking about this. When I was Senior Softball Bat Reviews, when he swung slower, the bat performed better. Guys, when we go up there, we train our body an explosive movement, right, to hit the ball hard. Now you're training your body to slow down depending on what bat you bought from another bat manufacturer. Now, it may be a softer barrel. I like swinging his bat, because weight distribution numbers, but I got to slow my swing down. You don't do that with us, right? You just pick another bat from the slow, medium, and fast and go with that bat. So that's what we preach. It's going to be two different tiers. With Kevlar, it's probably going to be two different tiers. With our bats in the past, it's three different tiers. You got slow, medium, and hard. You shouldn't buy a slow bat speed and you have that medium to medium fast and then slow it down to get better performance on it. Because we know in game situations, games on the line, you might pick it up a little bit, and what you're going to do is implode that barrel. So that's my mindset. That's what Jeff's mindset. That's what Porch's mindset is when it talk about choosing bats like that. Somebody out there, I'm just going to do it in a video. I told him, I said, I'll do a video on this. And I am on the product because I just got back the other day. And I'm in the process of doing that video, explain to you why we're doing this movement where the bat fits your bat speed. You shouldn't have to slow your bat speed down to fit the bat.
because everybody in a tense situation, they swing out of their ass. You're trained to swing hard, guys. This ain't baseball. This ain't baseball. This is softball. You got to generate the power for softball, right? So you're taking your baseball knowledge and bringing it into softball. That goes out the door. I've turned that. Bill Blake told me that years ago. Whatever you learn about baseball, you take it, wad it up, you throw it out the door. It's all about generating power, right? Do not slow your swing down. We make bats that you don't have to slow your swing down. You know, Brandon Murray. You know, if you got to slow your swing down, grab a Brandon Murray when it comes out, or when there's that one out there right now, and swing hard. You need to fix that, Chad. Well, then you would buy, if you're too lazy to swing hard, then you would buy a slower bat speed bat from Short Porch and swing that one. You know, but if you're not going to swing it fast if you say that you have that slow bat speed. You can only push the bat what your bat speed max is, right? Find out what your bat speed max is and go with that bat. We have 3 different tiers right now. And a Kevlar is going to probably turn into 2 different tiers because of what we're getting right now with the Kevlar. It's probably going to turn into 2 different tiers. What we're getting right now with the Kevlar 2 is we're losing compression but gaining performance. No other bat company out there does that. And we start hearing shit about Kevlar. Kevlar is just so hard to deal with. No, it's expensive to deal with. That's why you don't deal with it. It's expensive. I know somebody just said something about 80%. I know what I'm capable of. I know my swing. I know that I can handle a softer barrel when I'm punching. I have 5 different swing, guys. I have 5 different weapons when I go to the plate, right? I need a bat that will handle when I torque up on it and I want to hit it far. And then I have bats where I want a bat with a barrel that I can just slap. So I pick my bats off that, right? So you need to. You need to find out what that is what you need to do. But to sit there and say that you got this bat and it's for slow bat speeds and I just got to slow my swing down. No, don't slow your swing down. Do not. But I'm going to do 2 different videos on that. The one guy even said he's getting a bigger jump off the ball if he slows the swing down. That's because you're not imploding that barrel because you've slowed your swing down. That's what that's from. You're getting a better barrel response or exit velo when you slow it down because the barrel is collapsing and expanding for you and it's not imploding. So, but don't think that way. Do not do that. I need to put a circle around that because I got to finish that up. Again, I already talked about those 2. Trey, where you at? You need to hurry up and get on here. Again, while I'm trying to pull him up here, there he is. RSO, it's an oil. It comes in a little rice thing, and you put it underneath the tongue, rub it all over your gums, shit like that. So, why did you decline me, Trey? You better get your ass on here. Yeah, accept me, not decline me. It says that you decline me. I'll keep talking until he comes on, but he's it says adding, so he's adding Trey. I want to talk to Trey about some things here. For one, congratulate him on what happened last week. But on that RSO, it's an anti-inflammatory, and I'm gonna talk to you guys. I'm gonna do a little review on it, and basically tell you guys how it affects my body because I got arthritis everywhere. You're not coming on, Trey. I want to talk about 2 is peptides, HGH, BPC 157, TB 500, MK677. That's another thing too. I'm gonna do a separate video on that. MK677 is a secretagogue. It says no answer, Trey, and I know you're not shy. You'll actually see where I'm inviting you. Why did it do that? It says it's adding now. You just got to accept. It says you declined it. Trey, you don't want to come on. That's fine, bro. But you have something I want people to see. That's the reason, because you already had your lunch. Alaska in the house. How cold it is up there, brother. Maybe you ain't pushing the wrong buttons. You need some help, Trey? Is that the deal? Actually, CBD oil, you should pass a drug test on CBD oil. I seen somebody say that. Oh, okay, wait, Murray, you're right. We'll make it the Murray Williams signature series. You'd love that shit. Was that Erica in Alaska? Someone else was in Alaska too. HGH for bone density. You guys have brittle bones, or as we get older, our bones tend to shrink on us, and I think that has a lot to do with hormone levels. HGH actually helps that, where your bones are tougher. Trey, put it sideways. If it's saying no answer, turn it the way that I told you not to do it. In other words, pick it up and down, and then when you get answer, you can move it back and forth. So answer it like this, Trey. There you go again. Answer it straight up and down. Take it off the little tripod. Answer it straight up and down. See if you can do it that way. And then move it when you're on there. Hell, you might have to do it just straight up and down like that, and then put it on that tripod. And I know you're scheduled for this anyway. CBD is this has CBD in it too. So I want to do it. It's some new stuff that's out there. They take stuff from the whole plant. We should have tried this earlier, Trey, instead of trying to get you on there. God dang it, I wanted to show what you had. I still got 25 minutes, so maybe I can bring you on later, Trey. Maybe we'll bring you on later. But TB 500, MK 677, TB 151, TBC 151, BPC 151. Sorry. And guys, this is shit that I've been using for years, and it's actually helped me out when it comes to healing my body fast. You guys have injuries. I do take HGH, human growth hormone. I do take that, but under a supervision of a doctor. So I've actually been had subscriptions for it, and because my pituitary gland does not secrete human growth hormone, so I actually take it in small little bitty doses like that, and it does help me. Helps with recovery. Carnivore diet, yes. Fasting raises HGH levels, human growth hormone levels tremendously. So fasting, if you guys like, whatever, I'm done playing a softball tournament, I'll fast all the way home, 24 hours, and I'll eat the next day. So definitely fasting when it comes to that stuff right there. Trey, why don't you get out and get back in and see if I can do it? In other words, shut your phone down, delete go through your phone and delete the app, not the app, but you know what I'm talking about. And then come back on, and then I'll see you pop on, and I probably can bring you on that way too. You hear me, Trey? I'm gonna try something else. So I'm gonna put you on hold, Trey. I am multitasking here. I'm doing all kind of shit. I do have backups. No, this can't be my phone. It's doing this shit. I don't see him. Guys, if I don't even see you on here anymore, Todd. Where you at, Todd? Oh man. But BPC, I already talked about that. but definitely going to get into the health. I think Trey's got a little bit of attitude going too, man, since he's been on this. Signature series run here. Yeah, he's got a little bit of attitude going. Leslie, one job, and he's never done it before. That's his problem. He told me he can. I can do it earlier. Told me I can do it. I can handle it. This ain't nothing to me. I got my signature on back. He didn't say that, but I'm just giving him a hard time. Oh, let me see what happens first, Todd, with this other one, and then I'll send it to you again right after. I actually said that I didn't see what you said, Todd. So I think he is. I think he's a little scared. He got to have to drink a beer, which I don't understand why people. Temperature, same as all of them, brother. The reason I'm saying that because we really don't know about Kevlar. That bat was developed a month and a half ago, and we have not hit it in cold temperatures. And I would say the same thing as any top tier bat is 70 degrees and above. You know, I kind of give it a little bit there, but 70 degrees and above. Here's another thing too, man, is what I've gotten in the last week or two. A lot of you guys are calling in right now. One guy texts me, and I'm not going to call your name out, brother, but one guy texted me and actually said that he had a OG wig popper and cracked it in 50 swings. I looked at the wig popper and it's got striations all over the barrel. I'm like, dude, you put 200 swings on this bat, not no 50 swings. And then he had a hairline crack. And what's up, brother?
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
Right
and
there,
ladies.
that's good. That is good. So
is it
yeah,
sideways or is it good?
No, that's great. Right what you have right
All
now, and
right.
I could actually hear you. As long as everybody
Good
else.
stuff.
Hang on, Trey. I'm talking to Todd right now, and then I'll send you a request right after I get off. First and foremost, congratulations on the signature bat that's going to be released. And it couldn't have went whenever they told me about it a few months ago. It couldn't have went to a nicer guy. I got to spend some time with you in Vegas, and I did not know what to expect. And after the first day, when I seen all the people coming by, and I kind of asked Leslie and Jeff if I can go over there all the time now, because Big League Greens, I love being at Big League Greens, but you know that's where the hub was. Everybody was at, and hanging out with you and Sarah was it's awesome. And then Tammy got to be involved, and I think that was awesome. And just your knowledge, you know, and talking to people and having that passion. And I talked when we left there, I started talking to everybody about that and just, you know, wanting to help people, or even when they weren't buying stuff, you know what I mean? Is wanting to help people out. And to what better bat is because of their bat speed. And you talked about that a lot. And remember, we were doing weight distribution, and right in front of us, when people would come by, about bats, what's the best bat to pick? And we remember we were on your table there doing weight distribution numbers. But I thought that was amazing. It couldn't happen to a nicer guy. And I know with Sarah there by your side, and I got to talk to her a lot.
Yeah,
there she is.
We were driving back from church, so we pulled over in a gas station. So.
Oh wow!
I'm using my flashlight.
Yeah. But I wanted to say congratulations. And what better bat, man? And this is your bat, right? This is the bat you swung before.
Yeah, this thing is. We always go back to the baby blue wig popper, where I was never a balanced person before, and Jeff started telling us about the bats that he was making, the baby blue wig popper, the gray, and the drip, and we tested them last year in it was like December, in the mid-December in Jacksonville, and I kept telling Jeff was saying how good that baby blue wig popper was. To actually get out and swing it and listen to the guys' response, they kept coming back going, man, I really like that baby blue wig popper. It's just, it fits me perfect. I love it. I absolutely love it.
I've swung it, and actually it was number one for actually a long time.
Right.
All last year was number one on my best balance bats out there to swing.
Mm-hmm.
Now I just got this morning, I was checking because I get analytics at the end of every year, and the top bat on all my bat reviews, because I just started working with Short Porch in June, but I got this from 2024 is the most viewed from all of my bat reviews. The most viewed in 2024 was the Baby Blue Wig Popper,
Mm-hmm.
and it blew everybody out. But because they tell you what's the best video, or what's the best podcast, and they do that with YouTube. And I got sent that an email saying that bat right there, the Baby Blue Wig Popper, was the best viewed this whole year. Now you're taking those specs. This is what I'm excited about, because you're taking those specs on your signature series and you're adding Kevlar to it, which is a great material now. So just
phenomenal.
think, if you like that bat, just think how it's going to perform now with that Kevlar material, which responds different whenever, and you know this too because you swung Kevlar, but it responds different. You can get to those lower compression testing and still get great performance on it. So I am just chomping at the bit to swing your bat when it comes in. When is it going to be released? Yeah, no, hold on, it's time. It's got pre-orders right now, right?
Yes.
They have pre-orders on it right now.
100%.
Yeah.
They can go on phantomsportsstore.com. I'm not sure if Jeff put them on Short Porch yet or not. You can check shortporch.com. Go to their site, go to our site. We have them. We're pre-selling them. I will be honest, they are selling out. I was talking to Jeff today about it. We're about halfway gone, and we literally just put them on pre-order yesterday. So I think it was yesterday, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was yesterday, and the graphics of the bat are just they're sick. They are. Jeff and Leslie, they did a phenomenal job with it. So we're excited, and I think Jeff said that around the 26th we should be able to have them and release them.
That's next.
I think
is that that's
Thursday.
next week?
Yeah, next Thursday. So
Thursday.
it'd be the day after Christmas. But it just, again, I was telling some guys, when we were in Vegas, about some of the bats and about the differences in the weight distribution and the weighting of a lot of bats that say that they're inloaded. And that's when they pick up that balanced wig popper, they're like, man, this bat swings like almost like an inload. It's like, no, this is true. This is a true balance, where when you pick up a inload that you think is inloaded, and I go back to the test that you did when we were at that table. I don't know if you remember, you told Tammy, hey, grab me my scale. And we looked at a 1 ounce inloaded bat, and you said, here's the numbers on it. And the guy was shocked. And I was shocked. I'm not going to lie to you. I was extremely shocked. So
that was the
one.
one. Yeah, that was the one with a 12-ounce hand weight or 11.5-ounce hand weight.
Yes.
He did not know that. No. So when he picks up a Short Porch actual balance bat that it's supposed to be, it swings like an inload, but it's not. It's actually a true. And we talked about this in the tent, was a lot of bat manufacturers out there got away from loading, putting a lot of hand. They got into putting a lot of hand weight into inloaded bats. Take stress off the barrel, bat lasts a little longer. But it was because of their material, and I don't want to get into that right now, but it was material. But Short Porch has great material, and we can 100%. Load them like a true balance bat. You know what I mean? Especially with this Kevlar coming out.
Right. Yeah, it's definitely, and we're excited about it. I'll tell you that it was when Jeff called me and said he was going to do the same specs as the Baby Blue Wig Popper. I thought, oh my, and then he just came out with that hot chicken, and he, basically the same specs for the 240 side. And I got to swing that the other night, and unreal.
Yes.
The hottest 240 bat I have ever swung in my life. That's even going with the rest of the Short Porch stuff. That thing was just ridiculous.
I have to admit, whenever we were in Vegas and you were hitting in Vegas, I was surprised. I was like, you got to be kidding me. You're smoking the ball. In that video that we did in Vegas, and you were up there, and I had heard you can hit, that you had different weapons, and when you got up there and just started blasting it, I'm like, oh my God! And you don't talk about that stuff. You don't talk about. And I was in the tent with you for like 5-6 days. I was actually longer than that. And I'm like, I
He
never
won't
told
ever
him,
talk about himself.
never talk about
No,
himself. And I'm like, I
no.
love that shit right there. That's what I love. And, you know,
Right.
people would come up and talk about what they were doing. You never said anything. Oh, you know, that's awesome, man. And you were just
Yeah.
congratulating him. That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about, the integrity
Yes.
of what we do, Todd. You know
100%.
that too.
Yes.
100%, brother.
Yeah.
But congratulations. I know you guys are on your way home, and I want to thank you for coming on and actually talking. I wanted to get you on tonight and talk about what's happening next week early, I think, midweek or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then big congratulations. And I'm going to try to, I think Jeff said he's going to send me one in a 27 ounce to you,
Yeah.
to me. And
Yeah.
we're going to hit it down here too, do some live video on it.
Awesome.
But buddy, congratulations.
Hey, we
Couldn't have went to a nicer
appreciate it.
guy, man.
We appreciate it. We appreciate what you do also.
Oh, thanks,
You
brother.
guys have a great night.
You too.
Yeah.
Thank you,
All
bud.
right. We'll see you.
See you, Sarah.
Thanks.
Bye.
How do you leave?
Tell Sarah to do it. There you go. Now, it couldn't happen. God, man, I love that guy, man. I spent a lot of time with him. It can't. I spent a lot of time with that guy in Vegas. Where you at, Trey? You're the last piece of this puzzle, man, and you have something in your hands we need to show people. Well, it's saying that you're not connected. Hang on, let me see. Yeah, the add button's not lit up. Is there? Go down there and push those two figures. You have that one person, you have that two people. Push that and see if you can't ask me to come on, because it's saying that. See, Mario just came on, and I can bring him on video. I'm gonna try to get Trey on here for a few minutes. If not, I'm gonna let him go. It's already been an hour and 20 minutes, but I definitely. Oh! Let me see if I can get you approve. Send invite. Unable to add guests. You're having the same trouble, dude. You're having the same problem that Jeff was having that one night. Guys, you really want to watch if Trey gets on here. It says you can't join that like right now the broadcast. Vic, Vic, that's not right, brother. He's calling. Says Trey has a flip phone. I don't think Trey has a flip phone. I think Trey has an iPhone. So I don't understand why it's not proven. See, it's saying that it won't add him, and I don't know why. Trey, are you outside in your truck or something? You know what you're going to have to do, Trey, and I'm going to kind of close it at that, is we can do it on Friday when we hit, Trey. I'll try it one more time, and we'll probably do it on Friday when we hit, because I want everybody to see those bats that you have in your hands. And this is something nobody else has seen before. One of the bats that he has, nobody else has seen before. And I think it's going to, see, it doesn't even have you on here anymore, Trey. I'm sending invites right now, and it says unable to add guests. So doing something wrong. And I think when it happened to Jeff, he had to get off again and get back on. And then we kind of connected those. So real fast, get back off and let me see. We can get back on. No, it's not the two-piece. The two-piece, here's the deal, guys. And I'm going to try. Trey's getting off and trying to get back on again. But one more time, I want to try to get him on because I want you guys to see this, what he has. It's new tech. It's new stuff that's coming out. It is not the two-piece DDT, guys. Definitely. Richard Clem, you want Clem, quit, dude. DDT, we did not want to put all these bats that are coming out by January, February. We wanted to save some stuff till March and April. So DDT is scheduled to be out in January. That will be the first bat launch. It'll be a signature series bat called the DDT. That is new technology. Nobody has ever. Brian, what do you know about SpinTech? What are you asking about? The new bat that Trey has, or are you asking about DDT? We're testing SpinTech, gentlemen. That's the reason I asked Brian, what is he talking about? Because We are doing some testing on some spin technology on the barrel. It's kind of like a surprise, but I wanted to talk about it a little bit tonight whenever Trey came on. And but it's in the testing mode. I will say this, depending on the you know, what kind of spin tech does it have on it, that's, you know, we'll find out, because a lot of people put spin tech on their bats and not had any success, and it doesn't grab the ball. I know Pure has a bat out there that has kind of like a rough finish to it, almost like a high grit sandpaper. I felt that, and it's all about gripping the ball for cutters. And yes, sir, 100% true, Brian. The new Blackout spin tech technology. So we're going to be messing with that bat on Friday on we're going to be, I sent you an invite, Trey. Oh no, God have mercy. Oh no. Oh no. It says joining. Don't touch anything. It's just got to join, Trey. Don't push any buttons. It has you split screening with me. And it says joining. Did Leslie call you? Leslie, did you call him and kind of get that on there? But it says joining, and it's got the split screen.
Whatever.
No, now I can hear you, but I can't see you now. But I can hear you. See, now I can't hear you now.
I can hear you.
Yeah, but now I can hear you, but I can't see you, and it's all about seeing tonight. I just can't. You just can't talk, and I can't see what you have in your hands.
Well, I know that.
It says, it just still says joining too. So just hang on till I can see your face. It says joining. It hasn't said join. Like I would, if when it completes and is finished, it'll have your face on there. But it does have a split screen. I guess you can see it too. Can you see the split screen? I just can't. Right?
I can only see you. No, I cannot see the split screen yet.
Yeah, mine has a split screen. But it does say joining. I don't know. Let me talk. I'll wait till, give it a few minutes, Trey, and I'll see if it's going to come on. What is your how much bars you have anyway? Sarah says, Trey, rotate your phone. Like if you have it, see, now you're off. Nice job, Sarah. He probably, I guarantee he pushed the button. And Trey would probably, I'm going to bet you he would do that. Let me see if I can get him again. That's requested. But here's the deal. A lot of you guys are asking about the DDT. DDT is going to be groundbreaking kind of shit. That's kind of, it says adding, but I don't know what it's going to do. It's groundbreaking stuff. There's going to be a big big promotion on it, because it is something that nobody has ever had. It won't January, February, maybe. It's going through some things right now because it is. And here's the deal too about, and Jeff talked to me about this today too, because it is one of these bats that's once in a lifetime thing that we are going to keep for a while. We want everything to go great right out the bat. So if it's going to take us a month or two to get it actually dialed in, I'm happy. I mean, I'd rather do it right, you know, because this is something that's we're not going to get rid of it. We are going to still have two-piece bats, but this is just going to be another variation of a two-piece bat with the distribution different in it, right? And later on down the road, we talked about not anywhere, because we don't want to do all of this. We don't want to flood the market with all this new technology. We want it to come out at the end of the year, maybe at the end of the year, do one with a one-piece bat. So that's just something we have on the table right now. And maybe next, see, now I got him. Let me see. Let me try it. It says adding tray. So maybe I'm not getting my hopes up, but it does say that it is split right now. And I'll wait till it brings you on. We're almost there, Trey. It's doing the same thing it was doing a while ago. It's just actually just saying joining. It's like blinking. But what we don't want to do is me, we don't want to flood the market. We got all these bat launches, U-Trip bats coming out too. The ASA bat, the same thing too, is the ASA bat is something that we're taking our time to work on because we're not a rush to get all this stuff out there and have any hiccups, basically. So I think what we have done is we had slowed down. It is the winter time. We've kind of want to take our time with these launches that are coming out with Todd Cox, the Trey's bat just last week, and in the Todd Cox bat, we got the chocolate milkshake coming out, and I think that's the deal. Is what we want to do, and I think that's great. I mean, Jeff had talked about that today, and Leslie had talked about that today about. And I think because we have so many irons in the fire, working on all these different, USA, fast pitch bats are coming out too next year, and we're working on everything. And then, yes, and it's not going to be sup bat either. Dennis asked, new sup bat will be a 2-piece? Yes, it will. It will be a 2-piece. And guys, I'm not that guy. I can't see you on here anymore, Trey. I'm not that guy. There you are. I'm not that guy where I keep saying it. I'm not that guy where I have to have a 1-piece or a 2-piece. I'm not that anal about that shit. I don't have the OCD going on. But what I will say, I'll swing the best bat out there, and I'll swing the best bat out there, bar none. And I'm not that. People are saying shit on her, making me laugh. Does he really? See, I always have Leslie just help me out here. I always have backups to this shit. And then again, I'll come in on Friday and talk a little bit about Trey's bat too, and maybe fix Trey's phone. He'll get. Oh, brother, what's up?
What's going on?
Alan Hancock.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I wanted to show this bat today, and I think there were 12 of them made, and I kind of Kelly had got on there, Leslie got on there and said, get a hold of Alan. Are y'all hitting tonight?
We just got done with our live feed hitting the new bat.
And you hit it.
Yes, sir.
And they can go to there, watch you hitting that new bat on a on a short porch Gulf Coast, right?
Yes, sir.
Do you have it on your personal Alan Hancock? Or you just have it on?
It's just on the Gulf Coast page.
Okay. Can you give us a look at this bat? And hold on. How did you like the grip, the spin tech technology?
It was awesome. It's a little bit tackier than most other spin tech barrels.
Yeah.
As I showed in the video, like as soon as you grab it with your batting glove, you can't even spin your batting glove on it. And it just really grabs the ball and go. I mean, they'll see that in the video. That bat, obviously I took it brand new out of the wrapper, was hitting around 108 on the velo with it.
And all that information, all that video is going to be up on your Short Porch Gulf Coast, right? So everybody
Yes, sir.
watching this, go over there. I got a few people watching right now, still to the end because they want to see this bat. But it is the Blackout redone, actually coming out, and it has a black. Is it true that it has a black barrel? And what does the handle look like? Isn't it like a gray looking?
Yeah, I'm gonna put my tripod back up here real fast, Dave, so I can set
Okay.
my phone down and show you guys this bat.
It's the new Blackout, right?
Yep, yes, sir. 2025 Blackout is what I'm told.
One piece bat, 12-inch barrel.
Yes,
Wig
sir.
popper, Blackout.
There we go.
Yeah, guys, it's from tonight. He just got through hitting. It will be on Short Porch Gulf Coast. Go on there and look at it. He's got a velo. He's got a velo hooked up to it and hitting good numbers. It has a spin grip technology on that barrel. And from what Trey was showing me today was it almost looks like it has, you froze there. There you go. It almost looks like it has a gray looking hands going up into the barrel. Oh, that's what it is. It's actually got a matte finish on it going up into the grip spin, and that's shiny, right? Like that's a matte finish on the bottom of it. Trey was showing me that thing looks awesome, dude. I can't hear you now. Your sound is off. Push the button. Push the button. Your sound. There you
Gotcha.
go. There you
All
go.
right.
Go talk to me.
So I don't know if you guys can hear that, but I'm turning this with all my might, and it is probably the grippiest barrel I've ever came across. And like Dave, I mean, we hit many of bats in our past, so the bat performs. It's probably, I said this on my video, it's definitely probably the hottest short porch bat I swung since I've been swinging short porch. The weighting is amazing. This one's a 27.5, and I normally swing a 28. And I would stick with the 27.5 in it. That's how good the weighting is on it. So, you know, the paint job, the matte to the gloss is super sexy.
How many swings y'all get on it tonight?
So we put over 100 swings on it. We swung that along with the whole ounce whiteout.
Okay. So yeah, it's did you see any difference in the grip spin?
I did, because I cut the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
So
that's what I thought.
Right. I grabbed the whiteout and I cut a few balls, and then I grabbed the blackout, and the balls I were cutting with that was just leaving the yard. Like I said, the velo, I topped out at 108, and we're just hitting pro M's, just mortar pro M's. Nothing special.
Yeah. So, all right, brother, I wanted everybody to look at it. Thanks for coming to the rescue. Or everybody look at it. I know you guys got through hitting, you got to get out of there, but let's hook up again next Wednesday. Maybe get our times where I'm either coming on earlier or coming on later. I like to come on earlier and get you on where you're starting. Everybody that runs it from my channel into your channel, and we talked about this in the past, but I really want to get that going right now.
Yes, sir.
You know, where it has both of together, because you're hitting the product right now. I won't hit it till Friday, and to give people a good look at it, to go to your channel, Short Porch Gulf Coast, and kind of look at what you were doing tonight with it. So thanks a lot for coming on, Alan.
Yes, sir. Not a problem. Good night, guys.
All right, brother. Alan to the rescue. That guy hits like all the time. Now I know why Clem likes going up there and hitting with them guys. We are done, man. I'll bring Trey on Friday. We're going to hit this bat on Friday, maybe midday, 11 o'clock when it starts to warm up around here. And then I'll do Facebook Live on it, because being that I'm a cutter, I would love to see what this bat can do. It is the new yes, I am going to be on next Wednesday, 100%. I will not, unless I'm sick, I will not miss another podcast on Wednesday. This is I'm done with everything else, with all my extra job or my extra activities. I've got a ton of stuff, guys, that I want to address. a lot of question and answers. I do, there's some things I wanted to set straight tonight by talking to you guys, mainly about, the new rule, that's going up. I could either take it or not. I'm not a big bat warming guy, but I know seniors out there that do warm their bats. It is more to do with the ball than it is the bat, which leads me to why did they even put that ban on that? I don't know. I mean, it's just that, trying to settle everybody down. Patty was right when she talked about it. Has a lot to do with the ball. I don't think it has much to do with companies not giving a shit, and trying to get every ban out there to make you buy more product. I think that's a little bit of a conspiracy. But I can see how you guys would go in that direction. I'm telling you right now, I actually thought a little bit about it, and I was like, okay, there's really that many bat warmers out there to actually for them to them actually think that way. I don't think so. But yeah, Patty was right. And basically I'm gonna be on every Wednesday from here on out, talk to you guys about new products coming out, give you updates and basically transparency when you talk about the movement and get everybody in tune. There's gonna be a lot of weightlifting because I actually am starting up this week. I got done with being at the ranch for 5 weeks and I'm gonna go to a gym this week after I get over this it will be out in the spring. I think that's the next question. Leslie just said it. That Blackout with Spin Tech will be out in the spring, is what she's saying. That's another thing too. What they were talking about is we're not going to throw everything out there in the wintertime months for a lot of reasons. For one, you guys can't hit them because it's too cold. And don't be, God, this is another thing too I want to talk about before. Don't be calling, Dave, I cracked this bat and I'm looking where you're at. First thing I did today was find out where this person was at. Was up north United States where it's like 10 degrees up there. You shouldn't be swinging your high-tech product at this time of year, guys. And mainly the biggest guys that the bat crackers out there will grab a bat and they can't help it. And they'll go out and they'll start swinging it and all of a sudden it cracks. A lot to do with your balls. I don't think with short porches has too much to do with the material because we have badass materials made in USA. Thanks guys for watching. And guys, you have any questions, please. If you have any questions, I know we had a big group tonight. You have any questions, leave them in here because after about an hour or two, I'll go in tonight and I'll be watching TV and I'll go through all the questions and I'll actually take pictures of them and I'll answer those questions in a podcast next week. And I'll just throw a few of them in there. But it actually keeps everybody that wants to ask questions that I cannot engage, on this. And I'll actually answer the questions in the video. That way you hear it coming out of my mouth. Thanks, guys.